Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Sal Algieri Field, the absolute best place to be after a long Monday. The boys varsity lacrosse team takes their 10-0 record to the test versus the visiting Mount Hope Huskies. Players are at midfield right now receiving their final instructions. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We have Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. Bringing it to you, folks. The season is dwindling down. Only 4 more league games after this one, and one non-leaguer versus Stonington. And then on to the playoffs they go. So every game, huge meaning, throw the records away. And when I say that, I mean Mount Hope is a young team, very undersized. They're growing, obviously, and their record shows it. Westerly defeated them 15-2 last time. So there can't be any let up, any foot off the gas, because these teams come in now looking to spoil. It'll make their day. Here we go. We're live. Lance Williams in the middle. And the Huskies have it off the scoop in the purple, going left to right. Bulldogs are in the white. I had a chance to see them at Providence Country Day this weekend, where they picked up their 10th victory. Ball's loose, and no one wants to grab it just yet. Fight in the middle here. And scrappy little Mount Hope squad so far. They're fighting, and they're going to have to. Bulldogs still battling here. Mount Hope has it, number 5. And he's going to finally get away from it. Bulldogs, a very, very physical team when they're playing at their best. Behind the goal they go. Morin on D does a great job behind the goal, strips it loose, able to recover the Huskies. And first shot on goal, knocked away, saved by Ryder Cassidy. So the Bulldogs avoid an early debt. A couple extra whistles here. So all these games are all about playoff positioning, opponents, where you play. Every game, the utmost importance. And it's honestly when you get your best is the rematch out of these young teams. They've had the season to grow. And number 10 fighting, and up steps Aiden. Bulldogs physical, fighting his way through though. Spins at the end. Morin finally steps up and makes the last contact to avoid the shot. Cassidy scoops it up, and the pressure has been put on by Mount Hope thus far. Fazaro has it. As he crosses midfield, right to left go the Bulldogs. On the move to Aiden. Flips it. Williams, shot on goal, score, Bulldogs. That is nice field coverage, nice passing capped off by the assist from Aidens to Caleb Williams. And the first goal is on the board just like that. You had Mount Hope come in with a little timely possession and a few chances. Bulldogs escape and score almost immediately thereafter. We are under 2 minutes in. The Bulldogs got one on the board. Back in the middle, the face-off front line, we have Lance Williams, Eric Fazaro, and across the way, looks like it's going to be 19, Michael Gervasini. And he is only a freshman, one of 3 freshmen who get quality playing time for the Bulldogs. And Lance Williams has it again. Lance's brother being one of them, Caleb Williams, the other freshman. And Williams making moves, then bumps back out. A little physicality there. And he's going to turn around, make his move to the inside, shoot. Bounce shot, scores! Just like that, there's 2. Takes care of it one-on-one himself. And this definitely, it's very early, but appears a game that the Bulldogs want to nail down fundamentals, want to work on things they don't otherwise have an opportunity to work on. Because, like I said, 4 games left in the gritty. Your time's running slim on that. In the middle for the Bulldogs, and here's a switch right here, giving Williams a breather. And the freshman, number 19, Michael Gervasini, steps in. A very, very physical freshman, especially considering at the varsity level already, and Williams. That was number 18 on the field, Jake Karen, also a freshman, who is just getting subbed out now. Aiden behind the goal with it. Comes around the far side, doubles back, looking, and trying to make room for himself, spins to the inside, and Little hesitation, enough for the goalie to get his stick up, but not up enough, and the Bulldogs on again, almost without reaction or celebration. I think they came in here with a little fire under their ear. They played okay in Providence Country Day, St. Raphael. I would give credit to PCD, and the Bulldogs. They really upped the gear in the second half. So I don't think they have that laid back half here tonight whatsoever. I think it's full throttle the rest of the way. 3-0 now. We are only 2.5 into the quarter number 1. Number 10 coming in from the far side. That's going to be Tyler Rafferty, senior captain for the Bulldogs. On the near side, that's Sullivan on the ball. Huskies have it. And Williams forces the steal, knocked out of his hand. Stick. Huskies defense has it moving. And great D on the ball by Garofolo. You can't press much closer than that. Perfect distance away, doesn't allow any room, any move. Switch through the pick seamlessly. It's Morin behind the goal. This Bulldog defense is stifling at the moment. Tries to make a pass over the middle. Can't make the connection. Bulldogs come away with it, and that's Rafferty. And he's going to get it ahead of Gervasini. And we're already on to the Huskies' third. He's looking, and he's going to fire from outside. Go! Oh, no. Yeah, sniper style. Did it go in the net? No, that went wild. And we're going to start from behind the net. Got a little excited. Went a little bit too far low. Left pass to the inside. And they can't complete it. So in essence, that goal call was a good save by the Mount Hope goalie. Williams has it. Caleb, that is. And he crosses the middle and tries a bounce shot. Bulldogs have the ricochet in the far corner. That's going to be Horton. And he would be the third freshman that I was referring to. Getting starting, if not a great deal of playing time. Aiden has it behind the goal. And spins to the inside, turn shot. Nice save and deflection. And the rebound shot goes behind the goal. It's loose. The Huskies have it. And knocked with, holy smokes, knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Aiden, and the Bulldogs are going to keep it. They're a physical team, folks. It's a physical sport, and they definitely exploit that avenue. Now, if anybody forgot, I don't know who really could, but co-captain Andrew Petrosky was supposed to be back, rumor from the rumor mill, for that Tollgate game. And we'll get into the importance of their upcoming games. We have a lot of lacrosse to go here today. But when they meet Tollgate, they meet Smithfield back-to-back. And those are their two primary contenders in the division. Any team, any given day, of course. But the Bulldogs beat Tollgate, handed them their first loss of the year, where they stand now. And they beat Smithfield in overtime by 1. So that's going to be one heck of a back-to-back combo that ends the regular season. So there'll be no backing into the season, into the postseason. Those games will have huge implications as to who, when, and where they play the following week in the playoffs. Making these games not only must-wins in my book, but this is where you got to work on your weaknesses, less freelance. And the whistle on the field is going to go in the Bulldogs' favor. We're down about halfway through quarter number 1, 3-0 Bulldogs. Morin starts with it, flips it ahead to Cassidy. Sports. Next few weeks, folks. Regular seasons. 2 weeks remaining. Gervasini has it. Flips it ahead to the middle. And can't make the connection. Behind the goal, the Bulldogs will scoop it up in bounds. That's Williams with it. And he gets ahead. Gervasini shot on goal. Deflected away. Williams again, this time to the middle. And that shot is deflected as well. The Bulldogs have it again. Number 9, John Sullivan. And that one flies high. And the Bulldogs will maintain possession. Looking in the middle, Gervasini has it up top. Jump shot from far away. Deflected away again. Bulldogs will hang on to the ball. So shots on goal They are peppering them here. There's really no physicality out of Mount Hope at all. So when you don't have any fear at all of being struck, and that's just straight moves, and he is going to get whistled for one, and Mount Hope will take possession. Goalie way out of the goal, in trouble. Slings it in the air. It is loose behind the goal. Mount Hope scoops it up, and quickly the defense knocks it down. And it's on the ground. Williams is over there, going to try to box out and grab it. A couple Bulldogs in the area. St. Ray's player kicks it, and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs after the whistle. Beautiful day for lacrosse. Beautiful day for any sport, I'll tell you that right now. An absolute best way to wind down after a Monday at work. Passing the middle, Jersey can't connect. It was a little behind him, but again, Caleb Williams is there for the rebound, and the Bulldogs just keep shooting and just keep following their shot. He backs up, looks for room over the middle, gets it taken away from behind. Mount Hope can't just keep scooping up, and they have it now. Flipped it back to the goalie. Bulldogs still pressuring. Number 5, Williams with it. Gonna flip it back to Liam Aiden. And that is going to be number 4 of the day for the Bulldogs. .4:17 to go, quarter number 1. And heavy loads of substitutions, all the players on their feet. This is more towards the expectations. I didn't realize out of the Bulldogs' 10 games, folks, they're 3-0 here. They've only played here 3 times. 7-0 on the road. Now that's what is already an impressive season. They're a road-tested team as well, and that comes up big in the playoffs because you only play home for so long. At the middle, Lance Williams, and he scoops it. Heavy percentage advantage when Williams is in the middle for a Bulldog face-off. Horton with it, far corners in the shadows. Makes the move to the inside, flips it back to Eden behind the goal. He makes the move, working his way around to the middle. Fell loose momentarily. Back to Aiden, a little space, looking for the middle. Turn for CD. Cesaro, shot on goal, a little to the left. And this time it's going to go Mount Hope's way. No deflection, and score remains 4-0. Excitement all over the place. Volleyball team putting together another great season, following up last year. Cesaro on D, and Mount Hope loses it in their own zone. Aiden has it, and to the ground he goes. There's some physicality, and they get it right back. And that one's going to be a little whistle, a little wraparound, so Mount Hope's going to grab it. Grab possession here. And we're on the move. And right back at it. Bulldogs making him work his way down the sideline. Ball passes wide, and the Bulldogs take it. And that's what playing physical do. It is up. And it comes down. I'm not speaking, folks, because I am not sure. So Mount Hope's ended up with possession. I know that Cassidy ended up with it, but Bulldogs lost possession, and Mount Hope will have it on the whistle. Really good opportunity here. And shot on goal by Mount Hope. Nice shot, even better save by Cassidy. Garafola on the ball. And we have another whistle, stoppage of play. This time it's against Mount Hope, I do believe. And the Bulldogs will take it. So a little slow. Oh, Mount Hope has possession. Looks like Mount Hope has it. And we're off. Slight breeze. Nothing more than refreshing, in fact. Playing surface is fantastic. They struggled a little bit with the adjustment to turf from what I could see when they were at PCD. A couple players in general. And Mount Hope trying to work it around a little bit, which is just footwear, really. It's not an issue that needs to be concerned. Nice pass, nice shot, better save. Beautiful save by Ryder Cassidy. That was a nice play by Mount Hope. Give him credit where credit is due. Number 8 for the Bulldogs has it, John Toronto. And down he goes at midfield. He pops back up. Makes the pass to the other side, far side. Rafferty's going to bring it into the Mount Hope zone. Aiden has it. Cuts back out, lets his offense catch up, and flips it to the quarterback lane. Nope, correction, number 9. Sullivan in the middle. Horton has it, far corner. And he gives it back to Sullivan. Spin move, a little bit of space. Defender steps up, passes it by him to Aiden. He's going to work his way around, makes the move around another defender. Jump shot, save. Nice save by the Husky goalie. He has been peppered with shots. Bulldogs have it. Sullivan floating around the middle. Aiden comes his way. Yes, Sullivan gets the pass. Shot on goal, and another beautiful save. You can see what they were trying to do. They did it. And a great save by the goalie. Chasing down the lacrosse ball. And we are live. Williams in front of his defender already. Bounce shot. And that is another save. Aiden gets it behind the goal. In front, over the top of number 8, John Toronto's head. Lance Williams scoops it, and the Bulldogs start their offense again. To the middle, nothing there. Attracts the second defender, and they're able to get the ball on the ground. Williams will fight. And number 9, nice steal for the Bulldogs by Sullivan. Pass to Aiden, the clutch, double clutch by Aiden. Great pass by Sullivan. Goal number 5 for the Bulldogs with only 27 seconds to go in quarter number 1. And now I'll tell you what, folks, the Bulldogs have 5 on the board. Now that's great. But their offense is really playing even better. I mean, they're getting a lot of second shot opportunities. They're following their shot. You got to give credit to this Husky goalie, because along with the 5 that he's given up, the number of save opportunities he's had is very high. And by the end of this game, it's going to be ridiculously high. And his average may not look all so bad. In the middle, again, we have Gervasini giving Williams a break. Still on the ground. And Fazaro comes away with it. Yes, he does. Aiden almost had it, left without it. It is on the ground, and he's going to get whistled. Excessive contact. Something. And immediately Fazaro with the steal. The junior. Nice pass, shot on goal. And it finds its way between the goalie and the post. I didn't think there was any room from this angle. He seemed to find it. They can be snipers and they can pass well. And they sneak another one in under a half a minute. 8 ticks left, 6 to go now. And those are the goals that are really, really demoralizing to a young team, especially early in the game. You hung out pretty well for the most part in the first, and to give up 3 goals in the last minute and a half. And here's Gervasini from the middle. I think this is exactly what the Bulldogs expected of themselves, coming off of their 10th victory. And coming down the near sideline with it. And he's going to let the whole quarter go. 1 quarter in the books. Bulldogs 6, Huskies 0. Teams will flip sides, and we will be right back. All right, and welcome back, folks. We are between quarter number 1 and quarter number 2. Quarter number 1, check plus for the Bulldogs. 6-0 is the score. This production is brought to you in part by Wireless Zone Westerly, authorized Verizon retailer. Repair Zone, cracked screen, new battery, we got you covered. Located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Valenti Subaru sales and service, located at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Valenti means value. With over 90 years in the auto business, the Valenti family knows how to keep customers happy. Voted Retailer of the Year 2022 by Subaru of New England. And Kiefer's Martial Arts, kids karate, 2 free weeks and a free uniform. Exclusive offer for Westerly Live viewers. Use coupon code Westerly Live at checkout. Kiefer'sMartialArts.com. Players are now getting back on the field. I do not think you're going to see a lot of let-up for this Westerly team. I think you're going to see a lot of substitutions, a lot of different combinations that'll further improve this team moving forward. Like I said, it was a slower-paced game. It was a good game to pick up, that game versus PCD, but I think they want to turn it up a notch, and that's exactly what they've come out like. Here we go with Gervasini in the middle. Pops it up to his own. Huskies end up with it. On the far side, I see another freshman over there, number 18, Jake Karen, and he's on the ball. And Bourne behind the goal on the ball. Looking to wrap it around. Aiden steps in, prevents that, knocks the ball loose. And a falling, diving shot. That was whistled dead, was it? No, they're going to give him the goal, and I'll tell you what, it was acrobatic. He worked around 3 Bulldogs, and you can't knock the defense either. Got tripped up, maintained possession, falling forward, and sticks one to the back of the net. So right out of the gates, 32 seconds left. Hey, this Mount Hope Husky team's got life. 6-1 the score. Williams back in the middle for the Bulldogs. You know that's not how the coaching staff for Westerly drew it up between the quarters. So I'm sure a little wiggle will be made. Williams in the middle with it, fighting for it. On the ball on Rafferty. And at the last chop, knocks the ball to the ground, goes out of bounds. And that'll be a Bulldog ball as Garafola gets it behind the goal to Cassidy. And he flips it up the near sideline, and that is going to be out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will turn it over at midfield. And we are off as the whistle. Action-packed sports week, folks. Next week ends the regular season for the lacrosse teams, which makes it playoff time thereafter. Now volleyball hangs on to their regular season about a week longer. Baseball and softball, I think they're somewhere around the same time, but it's down to the nitty-gritty. Bottom line for all these teams. And that pass over the middle, they were trying to get to the right man. Couldn't drop it in. Nice move by Williams. He is used to shaking defenders on this field. And from the middle to the middle, and it is a goal! Number 33, Mitch McLeod, the senior, puts it in the bottom right corner after a nice pass in the middle, and the Bulldogs answer just like that. 10 to go, quarter number 2, 7-1. So after Mount Hope, the Bulldogs have a day off. Like I said, it's pretty harrowing the next few days here, leading into that Tollgate-Smithfield back-to-back combo to end the year. They go to Mount Hope. They play Mount Hope today. They have one day off. Head to Pontiac, have one day off. Then they play Barrowville, have one day off. Then they go to Stonington. Then they get 2 days off for their games versus Tollgate and Smithfield to end the year. So don't by any means think that it's an easy end to this Bulldog season. It's not. They're going to have to keep their foot in the pedal. And you know you want to be going into postseason in the right direction. Game against Stonington's a non-league game. And that'll be a test. That could be a learning experience. And again, big man has it over to Horton, just over the top, as it rolls to the near side and settles out of bounds. And was it deflected? No, it wasn't. And that'll be Husky ball. And Bulldogs. MD here. Bulldogs, of course, going left to right in the second. Tomorrow we will be at Similori Field, folks, softball game. 4 p.m. start. Morin on the ball behind the goal. They're trying to work it in front again. They are trying to work it in front, and they're going to test Cassidy. They have been able to drop the pass in a couple times. I like that they're doing that. They'll work the Bulldogs' defense a little bit. The defense up to the test that time. Wrapping their way back around. Again, there's a floater in the middle they're looking for. And that one comes loose. Aiden is going to try to grab it. Cody Aiden, that is. And the Husky offense flings a shot wide of the goal, but they will, looks like they're going to maintain possession. Morin steps on the ball. Quickly works his way to the front of the goal and puts a bounce shot on, saved by Ryder Cassidy. Huskies end up with the rebound, again from behind the goal. Nice save by Rafferty. Lower left bounce shot. Huskies offense has settled down and improved since the first quarter. I say that, and just like that, pass is picked off. Number 19, the freshman, Gervasini, makes his move. Been an active part of the entirety of this season, Gervasini. Aiden with it. Lets his offense catch up on the move. And that's Fazaro with the bounce shot. Saved by the goalie, and a nice save. He can tack on another. And that one finds its way to the back of the net, upper right corner. Bulldogs work the middle with precision. Number 12, Alex Luzzy, the junior, getting in on the action for number 8. We'll reset the middle again. Let's see who we have. Number 29 on his way here. That's Jake Perkins. We see him often as well, and he will be in the middle for the face-off. Jake Karen on the far side, and of course John Sullivan on the near side. In the back, you got Garafola, Aiden, and Morin with Cassidy in the goal. And a scrum. Still loose, and looks like Husky has it, and he pops out with it. On the move, and he doubles back. And we're going to have a substitution. And trying to make some moves from far outside. Flip pass. No room at all, even to complete a perimeter pass. Garafola all over it, blanketed defensively. On the ball now, all the way around to the near side. To no avail for the Huskies, no room. And they'll restart away from someone else. Give someone else a shot. Perkins on the ball, over the left shoulder, tries a shot, to the right it went. They got the rebound, wrapping around, jump shot, beautiful jumping, saved by the Bulldogs. Holy smokes, that was agile. I thought he had the step, he did have the step, in fact, the whole way. And a lot of these Huskies shots aren't just slinging it anywhere. They've had some nice location. Cassidy having a nice game. Making his way up. Pass over the top edge, just incomplete. Hanging out in front of the goal, McLeod. He's on the ball now. Perkins has it. Picked. Horton shot. Score! Number 20 freshman Matthew Horton. Number 9, halfway through. Quarter number 3. They're running like a pretty well-oiled machine. Just seeing substitutions coming in and out in threes I'm watching. Sullivan will check out, and then he'll check Toronto. Gervasini will stay in the middle. And on the ground in the middle here. Huskies try to scoop A, and they have it. They're going to head right to left. Scored right out of the hat, after the first quarter. Just at the start of the second would be the appropriate way to say that. And since then, however, the Bulldogs no longer playing games. Looking for a crease, looking for something, and too many white jerseys. And they know their roles. They stay where they're at. As you see them passing off the offensive player there. Garafola passed him off to Morin. It was a seamless pass off. They've worked through picks seamlessly. Just little things that I'm noticing. Their abilities, which are game-changing abilities when you put them all together. There's been contact when needed. You really haven't needed much more. And it's still working the perimeter here, looking for an area, looking for a seam. Toronto on it. Giving no space, again, behind the goal. Nice defense by the Bulldogs. Statistically, it'll help the Huskies out time of possession. Get the pass inside. Nice save on the bounce shot by Cassidy. They have the rebound behind the goal, coming back around on the far side. And they'll start it over at the top shot. And a beautiful save to his right by Ryder Cassidy. It was just the cherry on top for an already excellent defense. And you can trust your goalie to make saves like that. He's been doing it all year. But saves like that still surprise me. Fully outstretched. I'm sitting stationary and I have a hard time following that ball sometimes. So we're rolling through the third here. 4 minutes to go. Wind's picking up a little bit. The Bulldogs have the wind at their back this quarter. So that matters. Huskies working. Jake Karen, a nice job on the ball there. Now Garafola behind the goal. And they'll work with her around the front again. And they stick check. And a nice shot attempt. And a nice, unbelievable outstretched save by Cassidy. Not letting it get behind him. Another tough shot to save. Lightning reflexes Ryder Cassidy has. And the pass up front, and just out off the mark a little bit. I think that went out untouched, and the Huskies will take possession. So it's been a minute since the Bulldogs have had it offensively in the Huskies' end. Rafferty's waiting to check in. Huskies over midfield on the far side, flip to the middle. And through 3 defenders, and that time it gets by. And it's a matter of a number equation, and the Huskies had about 10 shots on goal before they got that one by, but they did nevertheless. 9-2 the score. 2:43 to go. Quarter number 3. In the middle, Lance Williams returns. Senior Tyler Rafferty on one far side, and Eric Fazaro on the near side. I believe that would be our starting midfield. There's only a 7-goal differential, although it's been dominated. 7's not a number that's impossible. I don't see it occurring. I'm not gonna. Anything could happen. I just think that the Bulldogs outmatched their opponent here today. A little bit of a discussion on the side. And the clock's on the move, as are the Bulldogs. Fazaro with it, splits 2 defenders with ease. Up flips over the top to Williams in stride. Williams looking. He's going to make one move. He does. He's got a lot of room. And it is a nice save by the goalie. Lower right corner. Nice moves. Created himself space. And a nice save by the Husky goalie. McLeod wraps it around to Williams. Trying to find room again, stops, spins to the middle. I think he likes it, he does, and that time another save. The Bulldogs retain possession, but another nice save. And the wraparound, Aiden. William looking for room between 2 defenders. Can't get a clean swing of his arm. And it is knocked out of bounds. Where's the call? It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. McLeod's going to give it to Aiden. And we're live already. We're at 1.5 minutes. Quarter number 2. Coming around the near side, they've done a much better job defensively on this Bulldog offense. Not a lot of movement going on here. Williams with it, looking for a pick from McLeod. Takes his move. And that is a beautiful laser beam. Doesn't give up to the right of the goalie. I didn't see it. I saw the net move. Had to make sure it was in front. Lance Williams, persistent, makes his move, creates space, and puts the 10 spot on the board with a buck of weight left in the half. I mean, if you look at the Husky defenders, just size-wise, compared to the Bulldog defenders, and have that in front of you with a player equivalent to Ryder Cassidy behind you, it's a different level of play. Huskies have it, near side. Perkins on him. From behind, knocks it loose. It's up in the middle. And Morin grabs it, sure-handed. Defender for the Bulldogs. Gets it ahead to Perkins on the run. Into the Husky third, on the move. Makes a move to the middle. Flips it to Aiden. Doubles back, and the offense will set up. Number 24 in the middle for the Bulldogs. O'Keefe. Move by Aiden. And a late pass to McLeod. The underhand shot gets deflected. One too many, maybe trying to help out a teammate, but you don't need that assist. You got to put it in the back of the net whenever you can, if you're that close. So the Huskies have it. And that is going to do it for the half, folks. The score, Westerly 10, The Mount Hope Huskies 2. We'll be back. 2 quarters to go. See if the Bulldogs can move to 11-0. Welcome back, everybody, live from Salor Jerry Field, half number 2. Boys Bulldog Lacrosse doing their thing, doing what they got to do, doing what they came to do, and what they got to continue to do for the next 5 games to set themselves up for the postseason. They are up 10-2 here, heading into half number 2. Lance Williams set for the face-off, and I'm going to get into their schedule a little bit, and I came with a new opinion at halftime. That being said, I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, and face-off is live, half number 2. Ball is loose in the middle. It's a scrappy Mount Hope team. It's a young team. They're small. They're undersized. Pass in the middle from Aiden to Fazaro. The no-look backward scoop shot almost went. Bulldogs were able to keep it in bounds. He's knocked out of bounds, ball's loose, and physicality by the Huskies forced the turnover. And they'll flip it up the far side. In steps McLeod and takes over. Big scrum in front of the Bulldog bench. And the ball is still loose. Finally, a Bulldog is going to come away with it, and that is Lance Williams making moves, spinning his way down his field. And he is going to flip it forward real quick. Aiden. Hesitation, flip back, shot, and that is deflected away. Bulldogs still have it. Bulldogs working right to left in the white, coming out of the shadows. So the Bulldogs have had, I don't want to say easy, but a couple games in a row and consecutively. Nice strip by the Huskies. They get it from Williams, and they try to move it up, but that's great D by Garofolo, the stick check before the defender was even able to respond to the pass. He gave himself about 15 yards, has possession, and is going in Wesley's direction. Excellent defense. Goals, big parts of the game, but it's not even tested. It almost isn't a bother. Up the field goes Williams. So, that being said, St. Ray's PCD struggled this year. Mount Hope has struggled this year at 1-6. Their next 2 games are against Ponteganset and Burrillville. Those are the other 2 teams that have struggled, 3-6 and 0-9 respectively. So the Bulldogs, hopefully out of those 4, looking to come out 2-0 today, want to come out 4-0. They should. They're on paper, they should. But they don't want to come out of that just used to playing teams that are rebuilding and everything. So a non-leaguer that I was against, which is versus Stonington, because Stonington's a high-octane, high-caliber team, and they've been doing it for a long time. And sticking it in there where I thought it might make no sense, it might kind of bring your team back up to the level it needs to be at for the last 2 games and then your postseason run. Because then you head into Tollgate, folks. And since 5 games before Westerly played Tollgate won, and the 4 games since Westerly played Tollgate has won. The only blemish is Westerly, and it was tied at the half 4-4. Westerly had a 7-goal third quarter and pulled away. So, I mean, that is going to be a great, great lacrosse match. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be right here at Salor Jerry Field. A day off, Smithfield comes to town. You beat Smithfield in overtime. Smithfield has 3 losses and is in 3rd place. They'll be coming for revenge. And the only other team on the market is Narragansett. You swept them. They're at 500. After that is a huge, huge drop-off to the likes of the 3-6, 1-9 teams. So that's the schedule undone moving forward as the game plays in front. The score remains 10-2. 9:41 to go, quarter number 3, and we have a Bulldog down. Slow to get up, and he's up. Never want to see any athlete injured. As the Bulldogs attack, and a round of applause for Caleb Williams under his own power. Hobbles off the field. The Bulldog attack is going to receive a huge boost, and it was really cool watching at halftime. Watching Drew Petrashka in front of the goal working on different things. I'll tell you what, he was flinging some shots on that goal that took a lot of strength and a lot of effort. They were high speed. It was just great to watch him moving around like that. Rumor mill has him coming around right around that tollgate game. And I'll tell you what, that is just adding a huge weapon to your attack, and just immediately makes you that much better of a team. He's a co-captain. He's been a mentor throughout the year, and to have him back on is such a coup for the Bulldogs moving forward. As long as they don't lose anyone in the process, of course. That's the story with everybody. In the middle for the face-off, number 8, Jonathan Toronto. No face-off, excuse me. Well, Hope has it. On the move. Number 20 with it. Garafola on the ball. And it's worked around to the far side. Rafferty on it. Spin to the inside. Nothing there. They get it to the man in the middle. No, they do not. Goes wide. Morin on the ball. Mount Hope retains possession. We wrap back around, looking in the middle. A lot of traffic. Bulldog defenders clogging up the zone. And they try the turn shift thing. Unbelievable save by Cassidy. Another beauty. What do they call it? Kick save and a beauty. You gotta get a little more fluent with that. Loose ball in the Westerly zone. The Huskies come away with it. And they flip it ahead. And they now are on the Bulldog side of things. Morin, nice job defensively on the ball. Excellent defender. Parallels very well. Physical. A lot of converted football players on this team on the defense. On the offense, all over the team, in fact. And the Bulldogs come away with it. On the near side, Rafferty with it. He'll put it to the middle. Sullivan with it for the Bulldogs. Toronto, correction. And it is loose and scooped up by McLeod. Gets by one man, heads in. And the attempt to body him out of his path is not going to work. It didn't work. And shot attempt knocked away. Goalie pushes him. And there should have been something with that. I don't think that's that bright of a move. But that happens. As the season wanes on, folks, everything means that much more. The chippiness, the drama, you'll hear it in my voice. I get excited for all of it. And the teams right now, prior to the playoffs, that haven't had a great year, folks, they got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. And ruining your season would make their season. So they'll throw everything out there. And sometimes I won't even always be clean. And the team that's on top of the mountain has to be aware of that. They got to be ready for it, and they can't fall victim to it. Because we can't have anyone thrown out missing a game, whereas they can. What does it matter? So opponents are going to bring that along with them to Salwa Jerry Field or to whatever lacrosse field they're playing at the rest of the way. And nice defense, nice save by Cassidy. Late step up by Toronto. Toronto has it now, already across midfield, on the move. Heads to the far side. And puts a shot on goal, and that is going to go wide left. Deflected by the Husky goalie. Halfway through quarter number 3. No goals yet here in the second half. Huskies have it, and from behind, it pops loose and almost into the Huskies' own goal. Heads up play by Liam Aiden. Bulldogs have possession in front, and Toronto had a chance. The ball popped loose, frustrated to drop that one. And the Huskies have it. And till Lance Williams steps up, and now it is loose again. Bouncing around the middle. And the Bulldogs just much more aggressive with their stick checks. Huskies can't scoop it. Nobody can at the moment. And now the Huskies have it on the far side. And he's going to cut back. You got to earn every inch against this Bulldog defense. And that one snuck through. I do believe right between the legs. Cassidy was there for it. He guessed it right. That one snuck by. That's going to be 3 on the board for a no-quit Husky squad on a well-defended shot. Like I said, that's just one of those that sneaks its way somehow between his legs. Folks, this production brought to you in part by Valenti Subaru. Subaru sales and service located at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Valenti means value. With over 90 years in the auto business, the Valenti family knows how to keep customers happy. Voted Retailer of the Year 2022 by Subaru of New England. Okay, here we go, 10-3 in the middle. Gervasini for the Bulldogs. Pizarro on the near side. Yeah, they both come in to help. Loose ball. Pizarro comes away with it. Turns the corner, already ahead of 2 defenders. They have numbers. They get it to Aiden. Turn, shot, goal. You can't run a face-off play any better than that. And that little hesitation on the part of Pizarro and the part of Cody to give himself an open shot. Great job, Pizarro, by heading over to the face-off and getting loose. Ball turned the corner and got it all started. Bulldogs erased the goal. That was essentially just scored by the Huskies in a matter of about 12 seconds. 11-3. And back to the middle, it'll be Lance Williams this time. Rafferty on the far side, Pizarro still on the near side. Garofola, McLeod, and Morin. Stonewall defense there. Cassidy behind. And here we go, Lance on the run. Iden broke. Spin to the middle, shot on goal, and save. Nice save that was. Nice take by Lance Williams. And I'm just picturing this team running down and just having that extra offensive option. When Petrosha comes back, another shot on goal. And inbound, rebound, trying to get it around the front. 3 Huskies trying to work around him. And he does one-handed. No, blown off. It's going to go in the way of the Huskies. I don't know what he did wrong. Something went wrong. And the Huskies are on the move. Bulldogs got to wake up. But just having that big, huge weapon, senior leader, bang. Hello, Matthew Garofola. Not only intercepts the pass, takes down the recipient, and Pizarro's on the run. Nice pass inside baseline, turnaround by Eden, not there. And Marone with it on the near side, Aiden Marone. Sophomore for the Bulldogs. And that pass out of the reach of Horton, the far corner, scooped up by Liam Aiden. Makes a move, couple moves. Looking for someone in the middle, too much traffic. Huskies are bottling it up. A little triple move, quadruple move. And ahead to Williams. Top of the perimeter, makes his move. Cuts between 2. Bounce shot, another kick save, and a beauty. So Wesley.live, Wesley.radio, folks, get down and dirty next 3 weeks. Senior spring sports, playoff positioning and playoffs all come down to it. Shot on goal, Bulldogs score. And that'll give them 12 by number 12, Alex Lussey. Heading to Similori tomorrow, we'll be all over the place. Ladies lacrosse, volleyball, we got it all. Westerly live, Westerly.radio, Westerly Plus. And back to the middle. They're going to rotate this time, Michael Gervasini, who's done a nice job in the middle. Especially, you forget the fact when you see some of these young athletes, and that's across the sports spectrum. When you see a freshman playing throughout the year, all year long, you kind of forget they're a freshman. And you got to remember that at times. And it is going to be whistled against the Bulldogs. No, excuse me, whistled against the Huskies. And Gervasini has it. He's quick. Flips it over. Position for it on the ground. Horton has it. Makes it inside move. And falls to the ground. The ball's loose. Still loose. And the Huskies have it. On the run. Across midfield. Left to right. And that pass is no good. And this one's wide open. He can't make his man. What defense by Garafola. Had a man wide open underneath. Almost a sure goal. Not necessarily against Cassidy, but in steps Garafola for the body and the steal. And now the Bulldogs are threatening. And a glove save by the Huskies on the Marone shot attempt. You do not get away from number 32 when he steps up in your direction as he comes away with it. Again, he's essentially unmovable. You try to hit him, but his agility and his ability with that stack defensively and offensively. Sniper shot number 32, Matthew Garafola. From the top of the perimeter, bounce shot goes. And you love to see a defender get rewarded with a goal after working so hard all over the field. And that'll tally 13 for the Bulldogs. As his teammates are fired up, as was the crowd. Absolute rocket that I would not want to be on the receiving end of. And Perkins takes the face off. And again, this is sort of why I've changed my opinion on this matchup, non-league versus Stonington, which I thought the Bulldogs would be better off scratching. But you played a St. Ray's team, and before St. Ray's, who was it here? I got you right here. It was Pontiganson again, and Mount Hope before that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams, 6 games with those teams with a losing record in a row. So I mean, you don't really want to step up against Tollgate, having played 6 so undermanned teams. So win or lose versus Stonington, irrelevant. Just getting that pace back up, that speed back up, that competitive level back up from the last 6 games, which if you add the scores, I was going to do it earlier that the Bulldogs have won by in this 4-game stretch so far, and they have 2 to go versus Pontiganson and Barrowville. Then they kind of wake up a little bit, get back to full gear before they head to Tollgate. So, I mean, this Westerly team, they can play in a lot of different ways. They have a few players who can get you with finesse. And a timeout on the field with 47 seconds remaining in quarter number 3 here. Everything going in the way of the Bulldogs. Quiet scoring-wise here in the second half. 3 goals scored in the third quarter by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs again with a day off. And then they head a long ways across the street to Pontiganson. And we head tomorrow to Similori for some Lady Bulldogs softball action. Jostling for position in the division right now, a very difficult division. Good teams throughout that softball division. No game is a gimme, makes things very difficult. They're doing a good job battling their way through. As the team gets their strategy, folks, this production brought to you in part by Kiefer Martial Arts. Kids Karate, 2 free weeks and a free uniform. Exclusive offer for Westerly Live viewers, folks. Use coupon code Westerly Live at checkout on KiefersMartialArts.com. A fired up Bulldog squad breaks the huddle and takes the field. There was no trap game scenario here today. That thought had crossed my mind a little bit. On the road, it was hot on that turf in Providence. They've been able to work through every scenario, so they got a few more to go here in this regular season. It's by no means playoff time yet. Like I said, they have every end of the spectrum they got to play. They got 2 teams struggling, a Stonington team that excels, and then their 2 closest competitors in the division. So they run the gamut after today for the remainder of their regular season. We are under 45 seconds left in quarter number 3. Huskies with the ball. We are live. McLeod on D. And they'll cross. And nice defense being played there by number 10, Tyler Rafferty of the Bulldogs. Doesn't allow any kind of wraparound at all. And then force all the way back out to the top. Ball's loose and it's tipped forward by McLeod, giving his teammates a chance. And Morin comes away with it. And he makes his move and he's got room. He changes the field. And he is taken down with the whistle. Taken down hard, no flag. He's certainly going to pop up. And we got 3 in the books, folks. Bulldogs 13, Huskies 3. 1 more to go. And we will be right back. And we are off, folks. 4th quarter action on our Monday early evening fun here at Sal or Jerry Field. The Bulldogs doing it. They're doing their job. They're doing what they set out and knew they were capable of doing. The 10-goal disparity here, and the Bulldogs will march forward more than likely in a couple days to a struggling Pontiganset team where they got to do the same thing. And sometimes you think that's easy when you got a group of struggling teams in a row. It's not. It's not always your fault if you drop to the level, but occasionally that occurs. Not the case tonight. This Bulldog team came out and played like they can. It's hard to make a comparison because, again, this is an undersized, undermanned Husky team, and it is another nice save by the goalie, number 8 for the Bulldogs, Toronto, with a great shot attempt. Morin has it on the far side for the Bulldogs. No, that's not Morin. That is Aiden, correction. Aiden Marone on the far side for the Bulldogs. Flip to the near side. O'Keefe to Williams, and now we're in the back to Aiden. Got some new names. Marone in the middle there. And Toronto tries to grab it. Marone fighting for it here. And it's a mess for it over there, and it looks like the Bulldogs came away with it, and they did. Gervasini has it, and they'll set up zero. Makes a move to the right. He's got a space. Shot, goal! Gervasini made a little room, ducked his shoulder to the lower end, and the Bulldogs will tack another one on. I see a little tiredness or possibly a limp over in the area of number 5, and if that's the case and anyone else saw it, I'd remove him at this point in this game, in this season. But as a freshman, you never want to be taken out, so I'm sure he's not complaining. Knowing the mentality of his brother, he's absolutely not complaining. There are some tough athletes for certain. Back in the middle for the Bulldogs, Jake Perkins. And through the middle, nice cut up by the Huskies defender. Picks it up, but instead of going on the run, he's going to let everyone catch up. The sun behind a haze and clouds here. Best part of my Monday, without a doubt, is being here. Of course, the best part of my Tuesday will be similarity and so forth. Can't forget Federico Gymnasium with the volleyball team. I don't know if you want to put together unexpected or say that the expectations weren't there. All I'm going to say is they're putting together an impressive season. They have played some good volleyball versus some good teams. They're sitting right around second place in their division, having defeated the team in first place. So their finish to their season is exciting. Their season actually lasts even longer than this one. And they kind of disappear under the spotlight because there's a lot of neutral site playoff action when you're dealing with gymnasium playoffs, volleyball, basketball, all that. Aiden from the inside and the top, but they'll certainly be in the playoffs on the top end of it. O'Keefe with it for the Bulldogs, flips it to Aiden. A little cut made a huge room. And flips to the back. Williams has it. Works his way around his defender. Definitely doesn't have that stopping ability. But he's got a step on him. He's got speed. Looking for someone cutting over the middle. Nice D by the Huskies. As they step into the passing lanes, and they have it on the far side over midfield, where he'll meet the Bulldogs defense and lose it. Bulldogs have it on the move. Toronto with it. Shot on goal, and it is deflected to the right. That was number 9, correction. John Sullivan, 9 and 8. They have a hard time between the jerseys. Sullivan and Toronto, both big contributors. Pass to Williams in the middle. Caleb Williams, top right corner, score. 8:35 to go, 8:30 to go in the fourth. This production brought to you in part by Wireless Zone Westerly, authorized Verizon retailer. Repair Zone, cracked screen, new battery. We got you covered, located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. That's Wireless Zone. Back to the middle for a face-off. We got Gervasini in the middle. And we're live. Rolls down to the near side, and that one's going to be Toronto, number 8. And we see that Caleb Williams has been subbed out, which I like to see. We got number 15 on the near side, and I don't have a number 15 on my roster. And picked off in the middle. Pump fake, shot, nice save. Number 8 with a nice pick and shoot, John Toronto. Another nice save. You only do so much when if you're a Husky goalie when you got that many shots against you. Wrapping around, Aiden still behind the goal. Working behind the goal, no sense of urgency anymore at this point. Working his way all the way around, create space, got room. Pump fake, hesitation, shot, nice save. I've said it a lot to the man in purple. Ryder Cassidy, of course, had a phenomenal game. I mean, diving, layout. I think, again, that's one of those things I'm getting used to, and I shouldn't. But some absolutely spectacular saves again. And he did his thing up in Providence, too. And it's a good thing he did, because he was challenged more often than probably expected. So, Bulldogs trying to find space. We are under the midway point in the fourth quarter. Pass goes wild and it is going to roll out of bounds. Huskies will take possession. On the move are the Huskies. It is really cool in the spring, though, when you got a few teams that, in reality, are in a contention for a state championship. Bounce shot on goal, and that was a tough shot from a tough angle. So credit to where credit is due. Gets one past Cassidy. But when you have a few teams that are in realistic hunt for a state title, that's a great season. That's great for the school, and that's what we're dealing with here with Westerly. Coming off of a state title last year in the spring, 2 points in volleyball we missed a second state title from, and another spring that who knows what it could produce. But sky's the limit at this point late in the season. Bulldogs getting someone to go in the middle, and it looks like number 8's going to step up John Toronto for the Bulldogs. I think we're short a midfielder. I don't know. Maybe we have someone in the penalty box. Someone over there? Oh, we do. Okay. That adds up. No need to use many of their penalties tonight, as you're given 5, and I'm one of those proponents that you use what you're given. They're given for a reason. Not necessarily every single one, every single player, but they need to be used. And this team does a good job of that. Particular players, anyway, on defense. Diving, reach-in shot attempt. This time doesn't go. And the Bulldogs will scoop it up and head the other way. But this game, the Bulldogs have done what is necessary. And they've looked good. Passing, in my opinion, they've looked good. And Cody Aiden getting down the field on his own. He wants this. And it pops loose on the near side. 2 Bulldogs, 2 Huskies. And the Huskies come away. Morin on the ball, nowhere to go. Got to dish it away. Shoot from a distance. Nice save by Cassidy. Excuse me, that's correction. Bulldogs made the substitution in goal as well. That's the totality of those saves. And looking for space still. Got Cody Aiden in the middle, bottling things up a little bit right in front of Tallerty. And there's space for another shot. And another nice save by Tallerty. So the last flurry of shots, that was Tallerty making those saves as well. So they got a 2-headed dragon in the goal for the Bulldogs. I mean, they're set up. And the Bulldogs have it. And not for long, though. Huskies take over in Bulldog territory as we are under 2 minutes to go. Looking for space. Nothing there. Huskies back up again. Morin and Toronto in front of Dylan Tallerty on D. Ball's loose in front. Gets knocked to the ground. Up and comes down with the Huskies. They'll maintain possession. We're at the 1 minute mark. Taking this one away. Bulldogs are going to take win number 11 and notch it in the books. Long range shot and another save by Tallerty. So they made the sub. He's under siege. Yet to give anything up. A great job stepping in. Pass ahead. Another shot on goal, and that one just too close. Found a man open about 3 feet ahead, and they were able to sneak one in. And the clock is running at a half a minute. Bulldogs net 15, just what they did the last time these two teams met. And the Huskies have managed 5. They're going to face off and run down this last 20 seconds. So, job well done by the Bulldogs. They're going to move again to 11-0. They'll maintain first place in the division. They got a little road to run the last end of the season. So much meaning in every game for this lacrosse team. They got the weapons for certain. Battling down in the Mount Husky end. And there's the horn. There's the final, 15-4. Your Bulldogs are 11-0 as they rush the field. And, folks, we are going to be back at Similori Field, Westerly.live, Westerly.radio tomorrow. First pitch is at 4 p.m. Lady Bulldog softball also jostling for playoff position and everything. Every team at this point. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing it to you, folks. This production was brought to you in part by Wireless Zone, Valenti Subaru, Kiefer's Martial Arts, Coastal Graphics, Remy's Cycles, Teddy's Toys, McQuaid's Ace Hardware, and Nancy Siciliano of Oceanfront Homes. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock, folks.